You're watching NTC News, DeKalb County's only television news source, on the campus of Northern Illinois University and from the Northern Television Center. This is NTC News Tonight.
Kishwaukee Community Hospital is tightening up their parking security after a string of car burglaries. I'm Cody Berman. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Lindsey Diehl. We have more details coming up, but before we get to that, Darwin Minnis tells us how you can help police reduce crimes like these without even saying a word.
Crime in DeKalb just got more serious. The DeKalb police are now using iWatch DeKalb, a smartphone app that allows users to leave anonymous tips to police without even having to speak to one. Police believe the ability to leave tips anonymously will make it easier for them to do so, and so far, they're correct. Over 270 tips have been sent in since police started using iWatch in April, but police want the tips to keep coming.
Over the years, people would call and they'd say, well, I don't want to bother you, but, and we don't want people to feel like they're bothering us. We'd rather get these tips and phone calls all day and night compared to someone not calling something in because they think they're bothering us.
The app works by giving you 4 different ways to submit a tip. Once selected, you fill out information about the offense and choose from a long list of violations. The tip is then sent to the dispatcher, where a message appears on their screen. After looking through it, a police officer is then sent to investigate. Police want to reinforce that the app is not for emergencies though, but rather minor offenses, such as noise violations and minor drug use.
So iWatch is a good way that we found that we can get some of the lower priority calls that are still important to quality of life, and people can send those in and not have that feeling that they're bothering the police.
With multiple arrests and new tips coming in every day, it seems as though iWatch is getting its job done. This is Darwin Minnis with NTC News.
Let's keep talking about crime. Police still haven't discovered who's behind the catalytic converter thefts at Kishwaukee Hospital. The converters were stolen off employee cars. Police say there was no specific type of car the thieves were going for. Catalytic converters have platinum in them, making them worth anywhere between $50 and $100. Police are still investigating, and if you have any information, contact DeKalb Area Crime Stoppers.
Drivers will soon have to stop talking on the phone while on the road. Starting January 1st, police will prohibit the use of cell phones while driving. Fines start at $75 and will increase with each citation. 3 tickets in a year could result in suspended licenses. Once the new law takes into effect, people can continue to use their cell phones as long as it's a hands-free device. Such devices allow drivers to control their phone from a voice-operated system installed in their car. Another alternative device drivers can use is a Bluetooth gadget worn by the driver or attached to the sun visor. Illinois is the 12th state and the first in the Midwest to pass this law.
A Sycamore school bus driver has some explaining to do after a close call with a passenger car last week. Police say a car traveling on Peace Road ended up in the ditch when the bus pulled off the roadway from Freed Street. 5 kids on the bus were not injured. The bus driver was ticketed for failing to yield.
Disposing of unused, dangerous, expired medication may get a little bit easier for a lot of us here on DeKalb. The DeKalb Police Department is setting up a collection site at their new building on Lincoln Highway. You can safely drop off old medications and drugs that might otherwise end up being flushed down the toilet and eventually into our water supply. Drug Take Back Day is what they're calling it, and it's this Saturday between 10 and 2.
Thursday is your last chance to get your seasonal flu shot at the DeKalb County Health Department. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, flu shots prevented over 13 million flu cases between 2005 and 2011. Every flu season is different, and that is why the CDC recommends that you get a flu shot every year. The DeKalb County Health Department isn't the only place you can get your flu shot this year. There are several local pharmacies that offer the shot. Adult walk-in hours are at the DeKalb County Health Department are this Thursday from 8:30 to 11:30 and from 1 to 4.
DeKalb County Firefighters have been doing more than fighting fires lately.
They are selling t-shirts to raise money to buy a disabled veteran a car. Here's Cassie Allman with the inspiring story.
DeKalb Firefighters, Local 1236, are going above and beyond the call of duty. The fundraiser they are doing to buy a disabled veteran a car was started in May of 2009 by the Association of Firefighters of Illinois in Chicago. There are approximately 4,000 firefighters in Chicago helping raise money. The 50 DeKalb firefighters joined the Red Shirt program in mid-August of this year. In that short amount of time, they say they have been very successful. They have sold 3,300 t-shirts in just 2 months.
We actually are on pace to outsell the Chicago Fire Department. They're great friends of ours. It's kind of like a friendly brother rivalry type deal, if you will.
The firefighters wear their red t-shirts on Fridays, which are known as Red Shirt Fridays. These shirts can also be seen around town on residents supporting the cause.
You might be surprised to find out exactly how far these t-shirts have traveled. They've been sent as far as Texas and Tennessee. More locally, they can be seen in St. Charles, Geneva, and even in towards Chicago.
The firefighters feel that they should support and protect the community they work for.
But this is, to me, the core of what we are as firemen, is giving back to the community, whether it be our MDA that we do every year, Muscular Dystrophy Association that we do, or any other fundraising efforts. And then obviously this one, we're raising $30,000 for this cause, has been a tremendous reward for what we can do just to make this person's day just a little bit better for what they have given for this country and for our freedoms.
If the firefighters stay on their current sales pace, they are talking about buying a second car for a veteran. For NTC News, I'm Cassie Allman, downtown DeKalb.
Wow, Lindsey, it's great to see firefighters supporting and protecting their community.
Yeah, that was a great story. But now let's get a look at our weather window for today and tomorrow.
Jodi joins us now. I hope we still got some nice and sunny days ahead of us.
Unfortunately, we don't. Let's take a look at the temperatures in the area for tomorrow. Through most of the area, we're going to see temperatures in the mid-40s with a rain and snow mix. And then towards Peoria, it's only going to be rain. And then in Kankakee, they're going to see the highest temperature of 47 degrees. Stay with us. You're watching NTC News Tonight.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit Safe.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you unpacked your jacket for today because we only reached a high of 47 degrees. Can you believe it? And unfortunately, our sun is going to go down sooner and sooner, making our nights pretty cool. We're going to see a sunset tonight near 6 o'clock and only a low of 30 degrees. Today we saw this cold pocket to the north of us, and it's going to move into our area as the day goes by. As the low cold front moves past our area, we're going to see a freeze watch towards 1 a.m. in the morning. And it's going to be pretty gusty, so I would suggest staying inside. Tomorrow, unfortunately, we might see rain in the morning, and then, I can't even believe I'm saying this, snow towards the afternoon. But luckily, it's only a 44% chance. And then into Wednesday, that rain's going to move out of our area, and then we're going to see sunny skies. Tonight, partly cloudy, and don't forget that freeze watch starts at 1 a.m., and we're going to have widespread frost throughout the area. And it's going to be pretty gusty, so hold on to your hats. Tomorrow, like I said, there's going to be rain in the morning with a chance of snow towards the afternoon, but hopefully we won't get to see that. And into tomorrow night, we're going to stay partly cloudy, and we're going to see the lowest temp of the week, 27 degrees. I can't even believe it. On to my 5-day forecast. Throughout the week, we're going to stay in the mid-40s, and then it's going to be pretty sunny, and then into the weekend, our temperatures are going to rise, but then unfortunately, the clouds are going to come back. That's it for weather. Let's send it back to the desk.
Thank you, Jodi. Seems like we're right in the middle of some typical fall weather.
The reopening of a popular train line in Chicago makes commuting a little easier for some.
And a shakeup at a major telecom company in the Chicago area. These are today's state lines.
A busy stretch of train line in Chicago is open for the back-to-work commute for the first time in months. A section of the city's Red Line south of downtown has been rebuilt and 8 stations have been upgraded. The work took 5 months and cost $425 million.
The investment firm Marlin Equity Partners is buying Naperville-based Telabs for almost $900 million. The deal calls for Marlin to buy all of Telab's shares for $2.45 each. It's expected to close by the end of the year.
The Illinois horse racing industry could find itself in a bind if lawmakers don't renew a law that expires early next year. Legislation allowing online betting on horse racing expires in January. Race dates at Illinois racetracks would be severely cut if lawmakers don't take action and the renew by the betting law.
State officials are bragging that a solar panel installation at Chicago's Shedd Aquarium is the largest of its kind. More than 900 solar panels, and it's $1 million project. Illinois is putting about $200,000 into it. And those are today's state lines.
Another deadly school shooting, this time at a junior high in Nevada.
And kids may be responsible for setting wildfires in Australia. Here's what's happening in today's World Watch.
Police say 2 people are dead and 2 more are injured at a shooting at a middle school near Reno, Nevada this morning. 2 boys are in critical condition. Police say the suspect apparently shot himself to death. The shooting happened on the school's campus, but outside the school building itself. The middle school is next door to a grade school that was evacuated.
Police have arrested 2 boys in connection with some of the fires that now rage across Australia. Fire has damaged or destroyed more than 200 homes and burned nearly 300,000 acres. More than a dozen of the 62 fires burning in New South Wales are considered out of control.
A rather strange moment this morning at the White House. President Obama was addressing reporters about problems with the roll out of the National Health Insurance website when a woman began to faint. The president turned to catch her from falling. Website glitches have plagued the application process since healthcare exchanges opened this month. Critics are calling for the president to fire Health and Human Services Secretary Kathleen Sebelius.
I hereby declare Beth and
In
Joanne
New
to be
Jersey, the
lawfully
first
married.
same-sex marriages took place just after midnight last night. New Jersey is now the 14th state in the country to recognize the marriages following a court ruling. Newark Mayor and Senator-elect Cory Booker presided over the weddings of 7 gay couples and 2 straight pairs. He had never performed wedding ceremonies of any kind before because of the state's ban on same-sex marriages. And that's today's World Watch.
Hey everybody, it's another segment of NTC Sports. I'm your host today, Thomas Hiley III, and today we'll get straight into the highlights, starting off with our NRU Huskies. Jordan Lynch and our Huskies traveled to Central Michigan to go against the Chippewas. Lynch had a phenomenal game running the ball, breaking the FBS record for a quarterback with 316 yards on the ground, with this being one of them for 39 yards. It seems the Chippewas defense couldn't find a way to stop Lynch as he continues to run through the defense for this 40-yard run out of bounds into the Chippewas side of the field. If something works, don't change it. Lynch continues to run the rest of the game, avoiding defenders. Man, Lynch looked like some man running around boys. Huskies win 38-17 and move to number 18 in the BCS rankings. Let's get to the Bears and see how they did this past weekend. First and 10 on the Bears' 21-yard line. Jay Cutler dropped back and looked for Alshon Jeffrey with the catch and gets tipped into the hands of Brian Orakpo of the Redskins, and he takes it back all the way for a Redskins touchdown. A few drives afterwards, the Redskins pumped the ball to Devin Hester and start to regret that, as he makes the first man miss and takes it all the way back for the Bears for a touchdown to tie it up, 17-17. Man, this will be Devin Hester's first return in 29 games. Fourth quarter, RG3 hikes the ball, fakes the handoff to the back, looks deep for Aldrick Robinson, and it looks like it's going to be intercepted, but the Bears, and it's caught for a touchdown for the Redskins, are up yet again. Josh McCown is in for the injured Jay Cutler, who throws for a touchdown pass to Martellus Bennett in the back of the end zone to give them the 41-38 lead. But don't count out the Redskins yet, who hands it off to Roy Hulu, who takes it in for a 3-yard run to finish the game and hand the Bears yet another loss. Peyton Manning was making his return back to Lucas Oil Stadium for the first time since being released, and man, wasn't it a return for him. Peyton Manning makes a return back to this previous team where the crowd gives him a standing ovation. He did a lot for that city, and the city showed he means a lot to them as well. But to the highlights. Manning is in the shotgun and takes what the defense gives him with this touchdown pass to Eric Decker in the back of the end zone. Peyton Manning passes again to Julius Thomas, who just takes the ball from the defender, and the Broncos are hyped up with another lead. Manning drives back again, but this time, instead of a completion, he is hit and is fumbled. The Colts go back to pick up the ball, which looked like a touchdown, but is a safety, 14-12, Denver Broncos. The replacement to Andrew Luck. To Manning, Andrew Luck showed he's not scared of the hype of the game, throwing for this easy touchdown, and this one as well to pile the points up for the Indianapolis Colts. Luck drops back for the pass, doesn't see anybody open, and just runs into the end zone for yet another Indianapolis Colts touchdown to run the score up against the Denver Broncos. The Broncos make a comeback, but can't seem to come up with the win, losing 39-33 on a memorable night for the longtime Colts legend, Peyton Manning. Upcoming games for the Huskies this week will be the men's soccer game tomorrow at 7 p.m. against Eastern Illinois, and this Friday, volleyball faces Ohio at 7 p.m., and also the women's soccer team at 7 p.m. against Kent State. All right, it's time for the play of the day. The play of the day comes from Devin Hester of the Chicago Bears. He receives a punt on the 19-yard line and avoids the entire Redskins special team and brings the ball back 81 yards for a Chicago Bears touchdown to tie the game up 17-17. Also, a side note, Jay Cutler is out for 4 weeks with a groin injury, and Lance Briggs is out for 6 weeks with a shoulder injury. All right, with that being said, let's take it back to the desk.
Thanks, Thomas. When we come back, Walmart says it's the low price leader.
But find out why all but one unusual customer was running away from a store in Florida. We'll explain.
Hey there, little one.
We're home.
There you go, girl.
Now, it wasn't a shoplifter that had security guards a little nervous at a Walmart store in Florida. It was this late-night alligator approaching the entrance over the weekend. Store security locked the doors and roped off the parking area until the 6-foot gator could be lured away. No word yet on whether it was the rollback savings or the thought of the customers inside that attracted the gator to the store.
I know we'll have a controversial follow-up story if Walmart unveils a new line of handbags in the near future. NTC News Tonight is a student production here at Northern Illinois University. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight.
Enjoy the rest of your Monday, and we'll be back this same time Wednesday. Thank you so much.
Goodbye, everyone.